Happy Friday the 13th, everybody. It's Professor Victor, and today we are doing a Friday the 13th marathon. I've been pretty excited about this. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. We're going to watch all of the movies in order of release, or at least as many as I can get through. For those of you that care, we're going to be watching these Blu rays from the tin set because I didn't buy the Scream Factory new release box set. Thanks to Heath from Serial at Midnight for the advice on that one. I think this one's going to be just fine today. I'll be giving updates between movies throughout the day here on the social medias. So follow along and see if I can get through everything or see how far I get. I hope you guys are doing something awesome too. And let's go ahead and get started with this one. Okay, we have one down and 11 to go. It's always fun to revisit this movie. I've seen it many, many times, and every time I see it, I feel like I noticed something new. This time, what I noticed was the counselors, before they play Strip Monopoly, Alice decides to throw a log on the fire, and it's it's a stick. She throws a stick like the size of a Harry Potter wand on the fire. It's hysterical. It does absolutely nothing. There's no reason for her to do this at all. And I've never noticed it before today. So that's the one thing I noticed this time that I hadn't noticed in the past. So moving right along, we're going to get into part two in just a few minutes here. Stay tuned. Let's see how far I get. Bye. Okay, we just wrapped up watching part two, and Ginny remains my favorite final girl so far. I've always liked her as the favorite final girl, and nothing has changed by watching it again this time. I think she is probably the smartest of the final girls and has the perfect blend of charm and sass that just makes her so enjoyable to watch. She really does have a great personality. We're gonna see if my attitude about this changes as I watch some of the final girls in the coming up movies. But so far, Ginny's still holding the crown as the favorite final girl. And she's a big reason why I enjoy part two so much. That and Sackhead Jason. Sackhead Jason is kind of awesome. I've always liked that look of his, even though I know it's kind of a ripoff from Town That Dreaded Sundown. Anyways, time to get into part three. So I've got my neck pillow here. I'm ready to go. Okay, we just finished watching Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D, except that we watched it in 2D because I'm not trying to get a headache from those little red and blue glasses. And I don't have that Scream Factory 3D Blu ray, and I don't have a 3D TV either because I'm not one of the 18 people who bought that. Anyways, not one of my favorite movies. I still enjoy it, I still like it, but there's so many unlikable characters in it. I mean, everybody knows Shelley is super annoying, but really most of the characters aren't very likable in the movie. Especially Rick, Chris's boyfriend. I was surprised because I don't watch this movie as frequently as the other ones, and I was surprised that Rick was such a jerk. Man, he really is a pretty lame guy, and I had forgotten about that, or I had never really absorbed that information before. But yeah, the people are unlikable. The movie is not one of its best. It's really meant to be watched in 3D. All the 3D gags are really the centerpiece of the movie, and without the 3D, it's not great. But at least if there's one thing that goes right in this movie, it's that we get this. This is in the movie, and this going forward is the key. So it's all worth it for the hockey mask. So yeah, not one of my favorites, but the next one is. So let's get into part four. Just finished part four, and it is still my favorite of the Friday the 13th movies. I just love that movie. I love pretty much everything about it. I first saw it in theaters when I was a kid, about 8 or 9 years old. I think at the time I really identified with Tommy Jarvis. Um, I probably still identify with Tommy Jarvis 30 some odd years later. But yeah, the movie's still great. Everything about it's great. Not much more to say than that because I think everything's been said before by everybody else. But looking forward to going to part five now because I am a fan of part five. I know not everybody else is, but I am. So I'll let you guys know how that one goes. Bye. Okay, just finished Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning, and the light is getting dim. It's starting to get late. We're only through five movies, but I do love Part 5. I don't know why everybody else hates on it so much. I think that it's a lot of fun. I think the characters are hilarious. I think that the situation is somewhat ridiculous. Professor Victor loves seeing Vic chop up Joey. That's fantastic. And who doesn't love Reggie the Reckless and Demon? These are all it's just so many memorable characters, and I don't know. I don't know. I know that, people don't like Roy like they like Jason. I get that, but I don't know. I think it's a lot of fun. That said, the next one coming up, part 6, is one of the best ones in the franchise. So, looking forward to that one. Let's get right onto that. Well, we're halfway through the series, and I think it's starting to have an effect on me. Just kidding. I'm still fine. But it's been about 10 hours now, and yeah, it's a bit much at this point. I know that I've seen the best movies in the series, so it's a little bit daunting knowing that. Well, we got 7 next, and I actually like 7 quite a bit, but 8 and 9 are coming, and I don't know I'm gonna make it through 8 and 9. So this movie, though, I do love it, like most people do. I said earlier that Ginny was probably my favorite final girl, and I stand by that. But Megan gave her a good run for her money. Megan's pretty cool. I like her a lot. And this is probably my favorite incarnation of Tommy Jarvis, although I don't think that's a hot take. I think a lot of people probably feel that way. So, yeah, let me get into part 7 and see how much longer we can keep this going before I totally lose it and become the next Roy Burns. All right, guys, see you soon. Okay, we're through part 7. I like part 7 quite a bit. It's not one of my favorites, but I do like it a lot. Mostly because of Kane Hodder as Jason. He's my favorite Jason. I like the way he moves. I like his physicality, his physique. Just everything works as Jason. I wish that they could have gotten actual Carrie instead of knockoff Carrie for this movie, but it still gets the message across just fine. I think it works just fine. And although most of the ancillary characters are pretty forgettable, I do like Melissa a lot. I think she's pretty fun. And of course, the villainous Dr. Cruz really works in the movie as well. So overall, enjoyed that one. Now we get to part 8. Now it's where it's going to get kind of rough. I'm going to push through part 8 and see if I have enough in me to get into part 9 after that. Wish me luck. Okay, we got through part 8, so I think that's going to be it for us tonight. 13 straight hours of Friday the 13th. 13 hours seems like a pretty good number to be stopping at, and part eight's the last Paramount film too, so it kind of makes sense to stop here, especially since nobody really wants to go on part 9. Part nine's so bad. Part eight's not particularly good either. It was kind of a slog getting through this one, especially that first hour, but well, we did it. So this was fun, guys. I really had a good time with this. I'll probably do something like this again in the future for another series, but for now, we're gonna go ahead and get some rest. Thank you guys very much, and if you're liking what we do here, check out the horror movie syllabus at horrormoviesyllabus.com or horror movie syllabus on YouTube, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.